Hi everybody, I'm Sally Dietlein. I'm one of the founders of Hale Center Theater here in Sandy, Utah, and it's so fun to be able to just have a minute with you and talk about our 2023 season. I haven't taken that opportunity yet, and we had so many questions from people. How did you pick this show? How did you decide that that particular musical should go in this place? How do you set up a season? And how do you make it so that patrons want to come? And how do you make it for families? Well, I'm going to answer some of those questions in just the next few minutes. So listen up. I think we're going to have some fun together. We find out that people love to laugh right at the beginning of the year. So in the Jewel Box right at the beginning, we are going to do an old-time standard comedy called See How They Run. You will laugh yourself silly. It feels so good after Christmas time and the holidays to laugh like that. So come have a good time with this with See How They Run. And then the next one, during COVID, we had to cancel Titanic, the musical, because it was just too big a show. This has a ginormous cast. Each cast is almost of 30. And then the stage has to do things that you just don't normally have to see with a live stage musical. When we do Titanic, you will see this amazing technical stage literally break in half. It's going to be right before your eyes. The singing, the music. I've talked with several cast members because they're cast now about the quality of the music and the quality of the acting and the singers, and it's going to knock your socks off. It is absolutely amazing. So don't miss Titanic. It's a bit of history that I think we all know a little bit about, but this one really gives us a lot more understanding of the kinds of people who had their dreams all full and bubbly, and they were coming across the ocean to fulfill their dreams that day. Then we bring in Hello, Dolly. Now, I don't know of a more fun, more classic, more rabble-rousing, more feel-good musical from Broadway than Hello, Dolly. And I'm telling you, I've looked at the costume designs that are coming up. I've seen the casting that is starting to come up. You will be thrilled with this. The dancers, I mean, we have a great director in Ryan Simmons. We have a phenomenal choreographer in Afton Wilson. Kelly DeHaan on musical direction. You are going to have a ball with Hello, Dolly. This next one, I am very thrilled about. It is called Hans Christian Andersen in New York. Now, we got a call one day from Music Theater International. The man who started Music Theater International was Frank Lesser. He started it in 1952. He is the man who wrote Guys and Dolls, did the music for that, for How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, for The Most Happy Fella, and then all kinds of other things. The old-time movie musical, Hans Christian Andersen, that was done. And of course, he's long since left this earth, but his darling daughter, Emily Lesser, decided she wanted to have her father's music brought to new life. So she got with Music Theater International, and she got with Paul Blake, who was the producer of Beautiful, the very, very successful Tony Award-winning musical on Broadway. He also did the adaptation for Broadway for White Christmas and a myriad of other things. And she said, let's write a new musical, springing from Hans Christian Andersen, but not really. So we have Hans Christian Andersen in New York. And Hans Christian Andersen happens to be a great nephew of the old Hans Christian Andersen himself, who wrote Mermaid, Little Mermaid. He wrote The Ugly Duckling. He wrote The Emperor's New Clothes, some of the most famous children's books ever. And out of this fleshed out this amazing love story and this putting on a show and having dancing kids and fantastic costumes and lights and a 7-piece live or a band on stage. I mean, you will love Hans Christian Andersen in New York. We get to do the world premiere. We launch it first, and then it will go on to other great places. So don't miss it. This is a rare opportunity for us as a theater, but also for you as patrons. In the summer, we're doing it, bringing it back by popular demand. We're going to be bringing back Newsies for you, and oh my gosh, it is selling like crazy. I mean, season tickets are flying out the door. You got to get on the bandwagon really fast. But Newsies is going to be phenomenal. And now that even we're better with the technology that we're using, we're better with the storytelling, the lighting, the sound, all of those things, the theater has grown and gotten stronger and stronger, and you are going to love seeing Newsies. 38 years ago, we started doing these wonderful plays, and very early on, we did a murder mystery called Catch Me If You Can. Now, it's not the musical. They did a Broadway musical and swiped that name away. But this is more Catch Me If You Can. And it's the original from the early 60s. I have seen a lot of murder mysteries, a lot of mysteries in my life. This one is remarkable because you will not know how to tell the ending. It will get you every time. It has some laughter in it, and it also has some moments. The perfect thing for the fall. Don't miss Catch Me If You Can. Now, we searched for quite a while until we could find the perfect Jules Verne, who's one of the most famous authors of all time. And he wrote a magnificent story and book called Around the World in 80 Days. Where do we find a great script for this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we found it. And you will go on an adventure. A man makes a bet that he can go around the world in 80 days. Now, this wasn't today. This was way back in the late 1800s when there weren't a lot of things. But he was learning in the early 1900s. He was utilizing all the newfangled things at the time. Trains, cars, all kinds of things to get around the world in 80 days. And you will experience that with him and see all of the adventures. We can pull out all the stops. It will be magnificent to see that stage in full action, full color, and just mesmerize the audience completely. Don't miss Around the World in 80 Days. And we have been waiting for just the perfect time to bring in an elf friend of ours. You betcha we are going to do Elf next Christmas season, during the holiday season. That great, wonderful old movie that we all love was a Broadway musical as well. And it's the musical we're bringing to you. There's no more joy than you can have in this particular story. Everybody loves Elf, and it's the way to just make your season and the whole winter kick off in the most perfect way. And outside the season ticket, we always have a Christmas Carol. Next year in the 2023 season, it will be our 39th A Christmas Carol. Can you believe we've been at it this long? Now, during 2022, this season that we're in right now, we have 31,500 season ticket holders. It's been amazing. Thank you for coming on board. This year, we hope even more of you will join. This is your theater. This is Utah's theater. These seats are yours. Come and enjoy it, and let's have fun together. These shows were handpicked for you. See you at the theater.